Microphone check. Check it out. 1, 2. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Yes, sir. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. One in the chat if you can hear me. Y'all let me know. Can y'all hear me or what? Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Check 1, check, check, check. Check 1. Microphone check. Everybody out there, can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear. Your boy Heaven Hollywood, can y'all hear me out there? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. So make me go on YouTube and answer my own question. We got a lot to discuss tonight because it is going down on Twitter. It's going down, y'all. Could sell it for like instantly 7. So put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Could sell it for like instantly 7. So put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Sell it for like instantly 7. So I can hear myself, so I guess y'all can hear me. Microphone check, microphone check. So let's get going, man. Let's start it off because D.L Hughley, D.L Hughley has called out Nicki Minaj, y'all. D.L Hughley has called out Nicki Minaj, and he has inserted himself into this feud that Nicki Minaj has going with Gavin Newsom. All right? And let me tell you something. The barbs are already on it, but D.L Hughley, I'm going to tell you right now, before the end of the night, she's going to have Monique on you. Because isn't Monique kind of like a Nicki Minaj fan? I think Monique kind of likes Nicki Minaj. And I think she kind of like spoke on Monique, right? So before the end of the night, you're going to see Monique come across on Team Nicki Minaj. I don't know how Monique feels about Trump, but I believe that she will, especially when it comes to D.L Hughley. Because she doesn't like D.L Hughley. D.L Hughley was in it, was in a huge battle for a couple of years with Monique. That beef kind of subsided, but they never apologized to each other. Um, Remember, Monique brought up about his daughter and him not. There's a thing about him not believing that his friend raped his daughter. So, so there is, that's going to be the main thing that Nicki Minaj fan base is going to hit on. Y'all put a one in the chat. Hit the like button as you coming through the door. Hit the like button as you coming through the door, and y'all put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Shout out to everybody on the IE network. So listen, man. D.L Hughley, we gonna play exactly what D.L Hughley said because he has now inserted himself. So Crystal Gibbs says right now she needs to be quiet. I'm a fan of hers. I don't want to see her go down route. She's about to put out an album. She's not gonna have no support if she keeps going where she's going. But Crystal, here's the thing, Crystal. She seems like she's happy with the MAGA support. Her streams are going up on Spotify probably because she's now got new MAGA fans. But we all know that those MAGA fans aren't really her fans. They're just using her. They're going to use her to try to get black votes and try to get gay votes. That's the only reason why they don't know anything about Nicki Minaj. And they have not been fans of Nicki Minaj in the past because she has a huge LGBTQ fan base. At least she did. And there's still some LGBTQ fans who said they're sticking by Nicki Minaj. What about that, Crystal? Her streams and her Spotify views went up. So what do you say, Crystal, to people who say, well, she's gained popularity. Her streams are going up. What do you say to that, Crystal Gibbs? What do you say to somebody that says, Crystal, she's got her popularity is going up ever since she's got on Team MAGA. MAGA. Where you send it at, Crystal? Where you send it at, Crystal? Y'all put your one in the chat if you can hear me. There's an interesting show. Um, I don't get why people aren't filing into the show, right? Anybody want to? We're gonna play what D.L Hughley said. We're gonna play what D.L Hughley said, y'all. Right? So I don't get it. I'm a fan of hers. I'm a fan of all the girls. I can't believe her streams are still going up. Ja Rule said, "Leave that woman alone." Well, I'm not bothering her. D.L Hughley is. I'm not bothering her. If you're talking about Nicki Minaj, D.L Hughley is bothering, and that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to get into D.L Hughley, who came at Nicki Minaj today and has inserted himself into this beef that she has with Gavin Newsom. All right. So let's see here. Let's see what he said. So hold on. So for everybody who's just coming in, D.L Hughley has inserted himself into this feud that Nicki Minaj has going with that she has going with the governor. All right. So let's see here what D.L Hughley said. So he tweeted out, Nicki Minaj don't need to be tweeting nothing that has to do with kids, right? He said she shouldn't be watching Jason Kidd. She shouldn't be eating Sour Patch Kids. Here's what he said.
Tell people what to post or what to say. But Nicki Minaj damn sure needs to stay away from anything he supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered sex offender, a pedophile. She shouldn't be able to watch Jason Kidd or listen to Kid and Play or New Kids on the Block. Hell, she got to walk around the aisle with Cabbage Patch Kids on it. Sour Patch Kids. And it ain't Governor Newsom, Nicki.
All right. So let me replay that because it kind of buffered.
I can't tell people what to post. So posting anything about kids, trans or otherwise. She supports a dude.
All right, so he's basically saying, hold on. He's basically saying she should not be she should not be talking about nobody's kids. She shouldn't be talking about Jason Kidd. She shouldn't be listening to Kid and Play because she supports a dude who's been on the Epstein list 1,000 times, and she's married to a PDF. So he has come at Nicki Minaj. Supposed to be now. D.L Hughley. One thing about D.L Hughley is nobody can sit up here and say, "Oh, he ain't even funny." Like, no, you're not gonna be able to say that. You're not gonna be able to say he's not funny, right? Because he's definitely funny. So what I'm uh what it seems that things are going, the Barbs have already gotten a hold of him, right? The Barbs has already gotten a hold of him. And like I said on Twitter, they're going to start attacking as far as there was a story about a few years ago about him not believing his daughter when she said his friend raped her. Now I don't remember why he didn't believe it, right? I don't remember why he didn't believe it, but that was the story about him. And I'm telling you right now, she will get Monique. Before the end of the night, you're going to see her aligning herself with Monique because that beef with D.L Hughley and Monique is not over and it's never going to be over. So I believe that's what she'll do. And of course, I saw on in case you didn't know page, she said, trust me, she's about to go at him tonight with Monique. Now I don't know how she knows it, but she said tonight Nicki Minaj is going to be going at him with Monique, and she's going to be bringing up his daughter. Because I already see the Barbs doing it already. All right. But to reinnovate, um, D.L Hughley has inserted himself into this beef or this feud that Nicki Minaj has going with the governor, Newsom. Now, I can truly say I've been on all platforms, and I think it's split down the middle. I see a lot of people going at Nicki Minaj and backing Governor Newsom. I see a lot of people still sticking by Nicki Minaj. Of course, you're gonna see all the MAGA. You're gonna see all the MAGA because it seems like she has a new fan base now. She has, MAGA backing her up. And MAGA don't like D.L Hughley and Trump hates him. So she's gonna have backing as far as that goes. You know, he shouldn't be registered as a SF. DL got a nerve. Nikki's husband was 13 years old when it happened to grow 15. He was not 13. See, you can't spread misinformation. They were the same age. He was not 13. That's what Nikki told y'all. But the court papers already explained that he was not. She was not older than him. She was not older than him. She's not older than him. All right? She is not older than Kenneth Petty. They're the same age or he's a few months older than her. So that when she said that, that was incorrect. Go back to the court papers. He was not 13 years old. All right. I believe he was 16 and she was 15, if I'm not mistaken. But he was not 13. That's what Nicki told y'all. But then the court papers came out and he was either the same age as her or a year older. All right. So that's not correct. But as far as D.L Hughley goes, DL is not really the guy. This ain't Marlon Wayans like inserting himself into the 50 Cent stuff. Well, he didn't really assert himself. Somebody asked him a question. D.L Hughley has some baggage with him. She's gonna say, "Oh, you're always coming after black women. You came after Monique, right?" And then he's got that thing hanging over his head about the daughter, whether he believed the daughter or not. So DL he's gonna have to be ready to absorb some punishment because that's what they're gonna dig up. That I see her fan base is already bringing that up, right? They're already bringing that up. So he's gonna have to be ready. He's gonna have to be ready. Now, as far as the whole thing with Gavin Newsom goes, you know, hey, if she's unhappy with California, she's rich. I just move. I would just move. Like if I had the money Nicki Minaj has, hell, I was unhappy with where I was living. What'd I do? I moved. And I know she got 3 times the amount of money I got. So maybe 4 times the amount. So Nicki Minaj could live anywhere she wants. If she's unhappy with California, if she keeps getting swatted, she says she's been swatted 3, 4 times, and she feels as though the governor isn't doing anything. You're not going to force him to do what you want. He's already proved that he's going to do. Them governors are going to do what they want. Nobody forcing the Texas governor. He does what he wants. The dude down in Florida that thinks he's Trump, he does what he wants. Gavin Newsom, them governors be having the power to do what they want. So he's not going to do, and especially now that you're insulting him, even if he probably wasn't going to help anyway. But even if he had the small inkling of saying, you know what, maybe I'll look into her case and help, he's definitely not going to help now. So my thing is, you're from New York. Go back to New York. New York's cheaper than California any damn way. I'm sure she still has a place in New York. Go move back to New York. Or move to London. You're very popular in London. Nicki Minaj be talking with the London accent and everything. Move to London. They would love for you to come live in London. Nicki Minaj is very popular in London. I would just leave California. To be honest, I would just leave California if I had her money. You know what I'm saying? I may sound like so Marla said she may sound like a conspiracy theorist, but something about everything seems orchestrated. I think Nikki's being paid to do this. I think someone on Trump's team on the White House hired her. I believe so too. Marla, I believe because this just came out like Nicki Minaj has done a great job up until now of keeping her political beliefs silent, right? Keeping her political beliefs silent. And we found out this year she said she hadn't been able to vote. But then she made it seem like she's going to be voting this year because she said all this time they had me fooled like I wasn't allowed to vote. But I find out now that that's not true. And it just all seems so rushed, like out of nowhere. And it can't be because of Jay-Z. Because Trump don't have no beef with Jay-Z. That's the whole thing. Jay-Z doesn't support Trump like that. But Jay-Z and Trump don't have no beef. If they did, he wouldn't allow his daughter to show up at that dinner. He would not allow that daughter to show up at that dinner if he truly had beef with Jay-Z. He don't got beef with Jay-Z. Now he may have beef with Beyonce, but if you got beef with Beyonce, I guess you got beef with Jay-Z. But during the Super Bowl, he sat down and was talking to Jay-Z, right? He sat down and was talking to Jay-Z during the Super Bowl. They're going to use rappers to go against their opponent, right? To get more black votes. Absolutely. That's the thing now. They know that our vote is important. The black vote right now is the most important vote in the election because that is what swings people. The black vote is what swings people. The reason why Trump won a few years ago is because he convinced enough black men to vote for him. The reason why he lost 4 years ago is because of COVID and all the black men who voted for him the previous 4 years ago, they did not vote for him this time. And they voted for Biden because he had Kamala as the VP. This time around, the reason why he got back in is because of the black male vote, and they voted for him and the Latina vote. See, the white people are always going to vote the same way. He already knows what the white people are going to do. He knows he's going to get the white man vote. He knows he's going to get the white woman vote. Whatever women that's conservative, and he knows the older people, the older racist people are going to vote for him. Juicy said Nikki can't vote because they denied her citizenship because of her husband's past. Well, earlier this year, she tried to make it seem like she can vote now. That's how she trying to make it seem. Like, oh, I can vote now. They try to make me seem like I can't vote, but I can. But again, D.L Hughley, let's take a look at some of his tweets. And this is basically what he said. Hold on. He tweeted this out, right? This is nuts. I can't, I definitely was not expecting this with D.L Hughley. But this is what he tweeted out. He said Nicki Minaj shouldn't post anything about kids because her husband can't be within 1,000 feet of one. It ain't Gavin Newsom, it's Chris Hansen she should be worried about. That ninja's a fool. I just say that ninja's a fool. Chris Hansen. So, Drax, Nicki Minaj said she should stay away from anything talking about kids. Woo, the Bob's gonna be on his ass. The Bob's gonna be on his ass. And then Lonnie Love must have went and liked the comment. And now the Bob's gonna drag Lonnie Love. Because Lonnie Love said Team DL. And then Lonnie Love, listen here, Bigums. Bigums. You know, Lonnie Love, I don't think she literally likes Nicki Minaj. So, listen here, listen here, Bigum. Thank you so much, Jocelyn, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Jocelyn always supporting. Jocelyn, I'm getting ready to drop some. Jocelyn is one of the few that know about my other channel. I'm getting ready to drop some content on my As a Black Man tonight, Jocelyn. So be on the lookout. Over there, totally different videos, right, Jocelyn? I'm like totally different on that channel. It's a totally different vibe. Nikki going to make a added to the lawsuit. Added to the lawsuit comment, I bet. Add him to the lawsuit, right? listen here, Bigums. Okay, that's funny. I don't mean to body shame nobody, because I'm no small fry. But that was funny. I can't lie. Bigums. So yeah, now I will say this, man. I will say this. Wait, who is this talking? Belladonna, D.L Hughley, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj shouldn't post anything. Okay. So listen, I will say this as far as Gavin Newsom goes, right? I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat. I'm neither, right? I'm neither. But what I determined to make me vote for somebody is how they benefit me right now. I don't mean to sound funny, but I really don't give a damn how he benefits the world. I don't give a damn about no place I ain't living or none of my family's living, you know? Because they don't give a damn about where I'm living, right? So when they're like, oh, don't vote for him, he's for Palestine. I don't give a damn. Don't vote for him, he's for India. I don't give a damn. I don't live there, right? I don't live there. So, and I don't got no family that live there. So listen, I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it one. I can't be bothered with where other people live. I can only be concerned about where my daughter it lives, what affects my daughter, and what affects her mother, and what affects me, and what affects my other kids. And I don't have any kids that live in Palestine. I don't have any kids that live in India or Asia or wherever else they're beefing with, or Russia or whatever else. And so I got to be worried about where I live. So that's what I use as a threshold of how I'm going to vote. Who helps me? Who helps my everyday life? Right? Who's going to uh make my gas lower? Who's going to make my taxes lower? Who's going to lower the crime rate around me so I ain't got to worry about my daughter walking home and somebody grabbing her or busting over the head? Or I don't have to worry about somebody getting road rage and pulling out a gun and shooting me, right? Who's going to make my life better? That's all I care about. And if that's a Republican, I'll vote for the Republican. If that's a Democrat, I'll vote for the Democrat. I'm going to vote for the best candidate. Don't matter whether they're white, black, Puerto Rican. I'm going to vote for the best candidate. Right? So I don't care about all that uh, Democrat and stuff like that. I don't care about all that. Put a one in the chat if you can still hear me. If y'all can hear me, put a one in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button as you come through the door. All right? I'm done here. But again, the comments. All right, thank you guys. So, what do y'all think about that? And then we also had, right? We also had Rihanna, and a lot of people was talking about how Rihanna is not down with Jay-Z no more, and how Rihanna she turned her back on Rock Nation. Well, Rihanna, they just had the Rock Nation Jay-Z through his annual Rock Nation Christmas party. And guess who was in attendance in all black? Riri. So for everybody that was saying Rihanna, she's done with Rock Nation. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Rihanna is still, after all these years, signed to Rock Nation. She's still signed to Jay-Z. And when people thought that, oh yeah, she's got something against Jay-Z, she don't rock with Jay-Z no more. She didn't say nothing when he was going through those trials. She ain't down with him no more. Well, here she is the other night, right? Here she was the other night at the Rock Nation Christmas party. All right. Not that one, that was 2023. Let's find the more recent ones. Okay. I don't know what made people think that Rihanna was not going to be down Rock Nation. I guess because she's been quiet and she's still following Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj was talking about Jay-Z. I'll tell you one thing. Was this up from the other night? Jay-Z's better than me, right? Jay-Z is better than me because I think this up from the other night. Yeah, so this is something the other night. Rihanna attended Rock Nation's Christmas party. There she is in all black. You can tell she's got the baby weight, looking good on her. I believe that's Jessica with her. I'm not sure. But she's heading out to the Rock Nation party. Now, I'm going to say this. Jay-Z's a better man than me because, all right, if 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 Rihanna was still down with Rock Nation, right, and she sat and saw what's up, sexy sixty, and she sat and saw all those people, and she sat and saw Nicki Minaj. You know what you saw what Foxy Brown did, right? Foxy Brown is loyal to the soil. Foxy Brown's loyal to the soil because Foxy said, "I love you, Nicki, but you talking about Hove now, and I've been knowing Hove longer than you, and Hove done way more for me than you. You just put me on one song. You put me on one song. Jay-Z done put me on plenty of songs, and he was paying my hospital bills when I went deaf. So many years, Jay-Z allegedly was paying for her hospital bills. So you know, Foxy Brown ain't gonna be messing around. And for she messed around and let Jay-Z see her talking to Nicki, and then she see what Nicki said about him, and then she don't defend him. Jay-Z gonna be like, okay. Oh, so it's like that. So Rihanna hadn't said anything, but again, she still Foxy Brown unfollowed Nicki Minaj. Rihanna still following her and was interacting with her one time. If I was Jay-Z, I'd be like, oh, you still gonna follow her? Oh, so you agree with it? You must agree with what she's saying. He better than me. He better than me. Jay-Z done put into Fenty. Did Nicki Minaj put into Fenty? Jay-Z put her on the stage at Rock Nation, and from what I hear, paid her under the table. Nobody else gets paid. But from what I understand, Jay-Z paid Rihanna under the table, a performance fee. Because remember, she did that while she was pregnant. Now, she almost said no. She almost said no, but she performed while she was pregnant. And I heard that Jay-Z paid her under the table. And you're not supposed to pay them, right? So I'd be like, I paid you to perform at the Super Bowl, and all these years I invested in you. I was a small part of the reason why you're a billionaire. And you gonna let her play me? So, but Jay apparently hasn't said anything because Rihanna still follows Nicki Minaj. From what I say, they're still cool. But Rihanna is also still loyal somewhat to Rock Nation, even though until this Christmas party, I had the last time I seen her rep Rock Nation was the Super Bowl. And before the Super Bowl, it was a couple of years that I seen her rep Rock Nation. But at the Super Bowl, she threw the rock sign up a couple of times, right? So I was starting to worry and say, wait a minute, maybe she's not down with Rock Nation no more. So, but apparently she still is. I'll tell you right now. Rocky signed. Yeah, Rocky signed the Rock Nation. Rocky signed the Rock Nation. So, and I think Rocky is like got some Puma deal with Emery. Like I think Emery runs the Puma division of Rock Nation, and Rocky is under Emery with the Puma stuff. I believe it's Pumas. And Rock Nation had got Rocky. They have Rocky everywhere. Rocky is out at all the top fashion houses, and that Negro don't even got a hit album out. But ASAP Rocky is up there in the top fashion parties, the top fashion houses. He's getting brand deals. He's getting fashion deals left and right, and he don't even got music out. So that is the power of Rock Nation. Even Megan, when Megan wasn't putting music out, Megan's got deals overseas. Megan's got deal in Korea. Megan's got deal in Japan. And then everybody said, "Oh, her music is flopping," but she's steady making money. You see, it's no longer about times has changed. It's no longer about just who's selling records, because that's no longer all an artist does. An artist sells merch. An artist gets brand deals, streaming, right? Fashion deals, appearances. So it's no performances. So it's no longer about how many records you sold. They've changed. Artists has changed the way they make money now. It's the whole thing. Well, Elite, Rihanna ain't gave nobody a feature. She ain't doing no music. But we'll see, because I did hear from a pretty good source too, that they did um you know was working on something. Now I'm not saying that they were remember she did. I heard that they went to the studio a couple of years ago during that whole entire time when Rihanna was putting on the show. Remember when Bia performed? So whether it comes out or not, we don't know, because you gotta remember, behind the scenes they be doing. Look how much stuff was happening behind the scenes with Nicki and Ice Spice. They had other records that were supposed to come out that never came out, right? So behind the scenes, the stuff be going on. 2026 got to be the year that Rihanna comes out with music, because I think if you don't come out with music after a certain amount of time, and this is what, the 10th year. When was Fenty released? 2016 or 2014? When was Fenty released? For all the Rihanna fans in here, when was Fenty released? 2016? All the Rihanna fans can tell me. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure that you hit the like button coming through the door. Hey, what's up, Mimi? And if you want to support, your boy, please, you can send me a cash app to $Heaven Hollywood. Will support me. Or you can send the super chat like Jocelyn did by just hitting the $ at the bottom, or just support the page for free by hitting the like button and sharing the stream. Um, let's see. So yeah, that's what we got going on so far. Now I know for a fact before the night is up, she will respond to D.L Hughley. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a D.L Hughley fan. I'm a fan of his comedy, right? I'm a fan of D.L Hughley's comedy. I did not want him to insert himself into this because it seems like now he's just trying to pick a fight. Because Nicki Minaj didn't say anything to him. So I really wish. See, it's not like Marlon and 50 Cent. Marlon was asked a question, right? Marlon was asked a question. So of course he answered it. DL wasn't asked nothing. He just inserted himself into this. Now it's about to get dark because she is going to team up with Monique. I'm telling you all that from now. I'm telling you all this from now. She's gonna call Monique, get whatever information about D.L. Hughley, and then she gonna probably come back tomorrow. She's already got the thing about the daughter. She's already got to think about the daughter, so the bombs are already putting that into work. But she gonna come back with some more stuff. What's up, Nita? Who asked Nikki about Gavin Newsom? So, Elite, no one asked about Gavin Newsom, but, right? She always has that fallback, as in, oh, I asked him for help a long time ago and he didn't give me help. Now, again, I'm not so much on that whole swatting thing as Nikki is, because I do remember Nikki put a name out there, Stephanie Bell, and she said thank you to the DA, the California DA, because they had a name. Stephanie Bell is responsible. Now she's saying nobody did nothing when she got a house swatted. But Nikki, I clearly remember you putting a name out there. You said Stephanie Bell. Now you say nobody did nothing. But back then you said they caught the person who did it, right? So I'm only I don't forget nothing. So that's my only problem with this whole thing is if you said back then that they got the person, why are you now saying I got swatted 4 times and you didn't do anything? That ain't what you said 2 years ago. Hold on. Let's see if I can find the tweet. Right? Let's see. Here it is right here. So she said, and I don't know who is this little girl. Is this supposed to be Stephanie Bell? As we reported, law enforcement sources told us Bell, who Nicki put on blast Wednesday, is facing 2 charges of deliberately reporting a false emergency. We also confirmed that there is indeed a warrant out for her arrest. As Nicki claimed, to the woman who made swatting calls to my home, was it worth it, Dumbo? Stephanie Bell. This girl here, she looked like a little person. So is this supposed to be the person? I think that's fake. Stephanie Bell, police department. They don't have. I don't know if that's real. Right, but elite, but the bars will tell you Nikki ain't never lied. Nikki ain't never lied. She might do one thing, but she'll never tell you a lie. She might tell you a joke, but she'll never tell you a lie. Nikki lie like a rug. Somebody she'll never tell you a lie. Nikki lie like a rug, like everybody else. This is the girl. Steph, I think she goes, cause y'all still in my inbox. Watch your F ass back, B. Hang yourself and don't unwrap. Who she ugly? She look like she got issues, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Child, she look like she got issues. She look like she got little hands and little feet. Ooh, she ugly. They'll be talking about some light skinned girl. Oh, I ain't never seen no ugly light skinned girl. My ass. I done seen plenty of ugly light skinned chicks. Plenty. Just like there's ugly dark skinned chicks, there's ugly light skinned chicks. Just because you light skinned, that don't mean you look good. Shit. Anyway, the show Real Talk is getting ready to come on my station, the IE Network. For everybody that loves TV shows and loves the movies, Real Talk is the place to be. Be on the lookout. Okay, police have an arrest warrant for a woman named Stephanie Bell, who made multiple swatting prank calls to Nicki Minaj's home, TMZ reports. Well, there you go. There you go. Oh, the subject, I'm not sure what it is tonight, but I know they're going to talk. I don't know what they're doing tonight, but I know they're going to talk about Rob Reiner in the beginning. Just touch on him. But that show's always got some interesting stuff. So tune in to Real Talk. Support the channel even before a few minutes. All right. But yeah, man. Yes, Jocelyn. He's definitely talking about Rob Reiner, even if it's just at the beginning. You can definitely tune in. It's a great show. Real Talk. Y'all also be on follow and Jocelyn, since Jocelyn is an avid supporter. Be on the lookout for my channel. We have another channel called the Microwave Media, where we are going to be putting out short films, short TV series, and check that out. And I also just started a new podcast called Real Crimes, wherein it is focuses on a lot of the Hollywood crimes that not a lot of people knew about. There's a lot of crimes that they swept under the rug that you didn't even know was a Hollywood thing. And I'm going to be covering that on my podcast, Real Crime. This is REELCRIME. I'll let y'all know when that pod is going to drop. All right. Also, for y'all who got the kids, I'm getting ready to drop my line of coloring books. I will have some children coloring books involved. I'll also have some adult coloring books, also some adult books, as well. And I'll let y'all know when that's going to drop. That'll be dropping in a month or so. So, anyway, we're going to get ready for Real Talk. I'll probably come back tomorrow, pick up, because I know Nicki Minaj is going to say something tonight. I want to thank everybody for your support. Christmas is coming up. Y'all want to help hit your boy with a little Christmas love? I won't, you know, I won't turn it down. You know, you can hit me on the Cash App, $ Heaven Hollywood. Be like, you know what, Heb, you've been giving us this information so many years. Let me hit you with a little Christmas present since y'all didn't hit me with no for my birthday. Well, Jocelyn did. Shout out to Jocelyn, who's always showing support. But all right, y'all. We're gonna see if Nicki Minaj respond back. If she does, we'll be talking about it. Tomorrow, if not later tonight, tomorrow definitely. So I want to thank y'all for joining me. This has been another installment of the Heaven Hollywood Experience. So I'll check y'all later, man.